Cameras in affordable phones are getting really good. And the Honor 6X wants to join that league in style with its dual camera setup, which is quite rare in this price bracket. At rupees 13,000, the Honor 6X looks like quite a desirable phone if its specs are to be looked at. But does it have enough in it to challenge the likes of the Moto G4 or the Redmi Note 4? There's only one way to find out. I'm Sohil Nikam, you're watching the TechShout channel on YouTube, and this is a review of the Honor 6X. The Honor 6X gets a strong and sturdy build thanks to its metal body. The smooth surface with its curved transitions make it very good to hold the device. What's a bit inconvenient is the placement of the volume rocker, as the volume up button is slightly hard to reach when you're using one hand. On the back, the limelight is hogged by a pair of cameras that protrude out of the body and share their estate with a flash and a fingerprint scanner. It's worth noting that the Honor 6X ships with a hybrid SIM slot if you don't find its 32GB or 64GB model spacious enough for satisfying your storage needs. On the front, there's 2.5D glass, which is not Gorilla Glass of any kind, and that's probably the reason why it comes with a factory-fitted screen guard. The display is a 5.5-inch panel with 1080p resolution, and above it you'll find an 8-megapixel selfie camera. A 3.5mm jack goes at the top, while a micro USB port and a mono speaker with two grills is present at the bottom. The design of the 6X has been kept simple by Honor, though that doesn't mean that it's losing any points. The metal surface and the well-managed 162g weight, I say well-managed because there's a 3340 mAh battery inside it, make the device very comfortable to hold. The 5.5-inch panel of the Honor 6X takes care of visuals beautifully. It gets as bright as you'd want it to get while outdoors and gives you super viewing angles as well. Sharpness is a strong point thanks to its 1080p resolution, while the color reproduction of this IPS display is top notch as well. The mono speaker of this phone is decent, but it's not impressive in terms of sound quality. Its volume is good enough for watching videos indoors, but it really suffers when outdoors. As for the headphone audio, it's quite balanced, but here too the volume doesn't reach the level it should reach. Huawei has confirmed that the 6X will be getting Android Nougat based EMUI 5 in March. But for now, you'll have to make do with the Android Marshmallow based EMUI 4.1, which doesn't have any major changes over the previous versions of the software. There are two areas in the notification shade, one for quick settings and the other for notifications. This software even has a built-in pedometer display to keep you informed about your walking habits. Despite Nougat not being the base software, multi-window is still present, which is actually very good. One of the things that I love about EMUI is the magazine lock feature, which shows you a different lock screen wallpaper each time you try to unlock the device. Another great addition is the ability to take photographs by double pressing the volume key. In terms of customizations too, there are quite some options that can be changed, like the navigation bar, the home screen animations and more. But this software is by no means perfect. The frustrating dual SIM problem, which doesn't let you select the calling SIM on the fly, still persists. Also, the presence of so many bloatware apps that you're never gonna use is also annoying. That's the story of EMUI 4.1. But as I told you, EMUI 5 is on its way to the device in March this year. The new features incoming include an app drawer, an integrated notifications shade, and much more. The dual camera setup of the Honor 6X includes a 12-megapixel primary camera and a 2-megapixel depth sensing camera. So when you're not using the latter, you get simple 12-megapixel photographs. These shots are amazing when you're in good lighting conditions. They're sharp and detailed and even well colored. The dynamic range of this camera is worth appreciating, and so is its fast focusing ability. And now we come to what the dual cameras make possible. They basically identify the subject and blur out the background. Due to this, the images can look quite artificial sometimes, but this problem is solved completely by the ability to adjust the focus later in the gallery app. It's this flexibility that makes up the entire dual camera experience of this phone. But even if you see that as a gimmick, the standalone 12-megapixel camera of this phone gives you very good results. Despite all its perks, this device's camera was disappointing in low light. The sharpness levels are low and the grain is easily visible. Under sufficient artificial light though, you shouldn't face this problem. For selfie fans, there's good news as the 8-megapixel front camera produces great selfies in all lighting conditions. Though in low light, do expect a lot of grain in them. It's slightly disappointing to know that this camera does not capture 4K videos, but its 1080p clips come out great. Lastly, the camera app is pretty intuitive and has a number of modes, including a manual mode. The Honor 6X uses Huawei's very own Kirin 655 chipset, which comes with an octa-core processor. Collaborating with it is either 3GB or 4GB of RAM, but we have the latter model with us for testing. Right off the bat, what I observed was that the apps open with lightning fast speeds despite the heavy EMUI skin. And no doubt multitasking is really a breeze on this phone. And high-end games work like a charm as well. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting this kind of a performance from the Honor 6X. I was sincerely blown away by its blazing fast operations. When it comes to overall speed, the Honor 6X is easily one of the fastest phones in its category. The battery life? Oh yes, that's amazing too. With its 3340 mAh battery, Honor promises 2-day usage on a single charge. You can achieve that without any worries as long as your usage is moderate. I could extract more than 5 hours of screen on time from the battery of this device. Once charged to full, even with heavy usage, I seldom felt the need to charge it during the night since it still had enough juice in it to last me an entire day again as long as I controlled my usage. Plus there's a power saving mode as well as an ultra power saving mode at your disposal for desperate times. But do note that this phone does not support fast charging. The Honor 6X has unexpectedly turned out to be one of the most impressive phones in its price category right now. At rupees 13,000 or rupees 16,000 depending on the model you go for, you're getting a well-designed handset with a stunning camera, astounding performance, amazing battery life, and a number of other perks. A few of its downsides include a weak speaker and the unsatisfactory low-light performance of its main camera. If you're okay with those, you can go for it without any qualms. I'm giving the Honor 6X 4 out of 5 stars.